Oh, it's 14, 13 degrees. Freezing. Nowhere to go. Shit. I'm telling you, it's stupid out here, bro. I don't care about niggas, man. What up, family? I'm out here, man. I'm just trying to make it, bro. Like, I'm trying not to die out here. You see how it goes? It's terrible out here. It's fucking freezing, bro. I'm at Waffle House. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I got on like 5 pairs of gloves. Look, 1, 2, 3. It's still cold. Hit that like button, man. Get me in the algorithm so we can get the message. Thank you. Or like, the more y'all hit that like, the better off it's gonna be. You know, the situation is gonna change. We can get better eventually. I just don't know when, but I feel like as long as I can make it to the summer, I'll be good. Thank you for that like. Maisha, what's up? Thank you. But yeah, man, it's freezing. It's like, damn. They kicked me out the hospital. I don't know where to go, man. It's like trying to figure out the situation for the better, man. Yeah. It's terrible. Nobody should really be out here in this temperature. Damn, they should at least have a shelter or something close by. Like, everything is all out the way. Like, you gotta go to a whole nother next town just to try to get some comfort or warmth. It's like, this shit is wicked out here, bro. They leave niggas for dead, type of shit, man. Like, I ain't a bad dude, man. I just, ended up in a bad situation, and it's like way to turn it around. I mean, you can work, yeah, but then when you start working, where you gonna sleep? Where you gonna eat? Where you gonna unwind? Like, it could be a bad, it make a bad situation worse for somebody who not, live on the street trying to work, because now you gonna be trying to play catch up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you gonna, because where you gonna sleep after work, and then where you gonna keep your belongings is like, you can't bring it to the job or carry it all over with you, because I already don't have a car. So it's like a double-edged sword, because it's like, okay, now I don't have nowhere to live, I don't have transportation, X, Y, and Z. So how am I going to fix it? Try try to recreate another lane, to maneuver and to make, something positive out of my situation. So, that's the best I could really explain it, but it's like, nah, it don't make sense. It's not real. Because people just, they make their own assumptions and they assume when they judge, when you're in a predicament like mine. And it's like, the only thing I need is housing. Once I get that, everything else will be easy, But it's like, you don't even have the basic, roof over your head, bed to sleep, sleeping bag. It's like, you're working back, because it's counterproductive now. It's going to be weighing on your mind. You're not going to be able to think straight, when you're working and you don't even know where you're going to sleep at. It's like, that's terrible. But I don't blame nobody. I take it for what it's worth. Like, whoever helped me, at the end of the day, they're going to be rewarded as well. So it's not like a waste street. You know what I'm saying? Like, when God is, when he covers you and, he's protecting you, whoever's with you will be covered and protected as well. So you don't have to stress about something that you can't control, that you already feel like, hey, if you get me, if you take me, it's fine. And if not, it's fine too. Like, I'm suffering at the end of the day. But it's still people that want to, come down and try to shame or point the finger and be like, you should have never did this or that. And it's like, well, I didn't. So what? So what are we going to do moving forward with it? That's the whole straight game plan that, I'm trying to break down. Because it's like, every time I start, making progress, go right back to square one again. So it's like, how to figure out how to fix that step and that equation, that part of it, before I try to go too far. Sometimes in life, it's like people try to make you seem like you are less, or you are not successful. You didn't achieve the same things that they may have, or you don't have what they have. So now people try to make it seem like you're down. You know what I mean? Like, you down and out. They be like, yo, man, struggling. But it's like, yeah, in this category I'll be struggling, but there's other categories like with health and stuff. Like, it's people who got house, cars, whatever, everything that I don't have, right? Their health ain't good, so they had to sacrifice, that to get everything else that they got. So it's like me, I'm not trying to make no sacrifices, or, when it comes to my health, my mental, physical, that's more important to me than money. But people will tell you, nah, you got health, and you don't even gotta, you gotta do it by yourself, and alone, and you gotta suffer. And when you not, easily persuaded, you're not, gonna be, given ultimatums, like you're gonna do your own thing. That's really what it is with me. Because I'm like, I'm gonna let nobody control me just because they're giving me an opportunity. If you're gonna give me an opportunity, you should want to give it to me just out of, pure, you see potential, so it's like you want to help. It should just be pure intention, not other, how can I say, variables, that you're trying to really accomplish, but you don't want to be positive. You want to be sneaky. You want to try to stay tricky. That's what it is. You don't want to be straight up and be like, yo, I'm trying to get X, Y, and Z out of you, so this is why I'm helping. Now, they gonna try to, have their own agenda on how they gonna try to, mold me or use me. Now I'm all used up, and I have nothing left to give. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just empty, bro. It's bitterness. real nigga disease, man. You gotta get rid of shit. That's just it. It'll have you confused, and now you on guard. You take it to a conflict. But it's like, what's the resolution? What's the actual steps that we're gonna take to do something better or different? Like, we're just gonna keep doing the same thing in Black America, where we keep blaming white people, or we keep blaming, the system. It's like, if we know the system is messed up, we eliminate the system. You gotta create your own kind of salvation, man. And you gotta try to demonstrate a better behavior for the kids and for the people who's watching us. You got yourself in a whole nother light now, because if you believe that
just look at these.
if you have a whole nother strategy from what from what you boys supposed to be right, but in all reality they're to be alive the whole time, and now you got stuck believing in some whole other narrative, and then it keeps you stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Instead of progression. That's all I be saying. Like, when you focus on the anger and the aggression and the misplaced, the misplaced anger, once you stop, the sky is the limit, because now you see the game, you see the whole bigger picture for what it is, and you could kind of capitalize, something more productive for the community, instead of trying to promote this real nigga bad bitch lifestyle that's obviously not working. Like, people try to pretend and act like they're doing so well and they're getting all of these things, but it's like, nah, you just pretending, man. You're not really, who you say you is like that. You're just trying to get over, basically. People will steal, they'll kill, and then they'll help you try to look for the stuff they stole from you and pretend and act like they're your friend, but it's like, it's snakes, man, in the grass. That's why you gotta keep it low. Keep your distance, because you never know when they're gonna surface and they're gonna try to, bite you. So you gotta be mindful. You gotta be patient with your decisions, but you gotta be firm. As a man, you cannot break, you cannot bend, you cannot fold. You can't be desperate. Even if you are, you don't never act out on those, suffice. You hold those urges or whatever, or you handle your business, but you don't sit up here and give people opportunity to control or to have power over you. So that way it's like, you should always be free. Your ancestors died for you. But in all reality, it's still mental slavery. You still thinking that the system was designed to destroy you in the face. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta be mindful of. But I'm about to try to see if I can make these. Maybe after that, get a move. Start trying to make a move. So, I want this.